Tired of generic protagonists getting hit by trucks? Isekai has evolved, delivering relentless revenge, massive worlds, and insane plot twists. These 10 shows are exploding. Kicking off our list at number 10, Sentenced to be a Hero. In a terribly desperate world struggling against endless demonic threats, the title of hero is a grueling punishment given to severe sinners. Our protagonist is condemned to serve in the front lines, forced to endure endless slaughter and suffering while battling horrifying creatures in a dark, unforgiving medieval fantasy landscape. Studio Kai absolutely nailed the bleak atmosphere here, making this a massive breath of fresh air. It flawlessly flips the traditional Chosen One trope completely upside down. You will quickly find yourself completely immersed in the visceral action sequences. This grim approach easily guarantees high tension throughout every single phenomenal new episode. Moving down the rankings to number 9, Mato Seihei no Slave. Mankind continues fighting against demonic creatures emerging from mysterious supernatural gates. The narrative follows Yuki, who gains immense combat abilities by becoming a slave to powerful female commanders. This second season raises the stakes dramatically, exploring deeper faction politics and introducing significantly deadlier monsters within the treacherous alternate dimension. This continuation perfectly balances spectacular magical battles with its notoriously spicy interpersonal dynamics. The animation upgrades are instantly noticeable, giving those flashy ultimate attacks extra visual crunch. It embraces its bizarre premise unapologetically, creating an incredibly entertaining power fantasy that never takes itself too seriously while delivering genuinely thrilling combat encounters weekly. Claiming its spot at number 8, Easygoing Territory Defense by the optimistic Lord Reborn as a nobleman, young Van is quickly banished to an impoverished frontier village because his production magic is deemed completely worthless. However, he soon utilizes his modern knowledge alongside these crafting skills to secretly build an incredibly prosperous domain, effortlessly defending his territory against numerous looming external threats. If you love watching underdogs casually outsmart arrogant elites, this show is an absolute goldmine. The expanding city progression feels remarkably satisfying, blending lighthearted comedy with surprisingly clever strategic warfare. It avoids unnecessary drama, focusing purely on the wholesome joy of seeing a completely disregarded genius thrive against all supposedly insurmountable odds. Stepping into the spotlight at number 7, Hanzuki no Gekokujo, Ryoshu no Yujo, officially begins her new life as an adopted noble daughter, navigating the dangerously intricate political web of high society. Armed with her overwhelming magical capacity and unyielding obsession with literature, she must establish her own printing industry while protecting her beloved commoner family from scheming aristocrats every day. Wit Studio taking over the animation production is the greatest thing to happen for this franchise. The visual upgrade is breathtaking, giving the world a vibrant new aesthetic. This series remains the undisputed king of slow-building lore, rewarding patient viewers with unparalleled character development and intensely gripping emotional payoffs every episode. Coming in hot at number 6, Akuyaku Reijo wa Ringoku no Utaishi ni Dekiai Sareru. After her public condemnation and exile by her home kingdom, a notorious villainess is abruptly rescued by the incredibly handsome crown prince of a neighboring nation. Instead of facing punishment, she discovers the prince has been secretly harboring a massive crush on her, lavishing her with overwhelming affection daily. Villainous anime are a dime a dozen lately, but this specific romance just hits differently. The sheer diabetic sweetness between the main couple creates an incredibly comforting viewing experience. It completely ignores dark drama in favor of unapologetic fluff, making it the perfect palate cleanser for any hardcore fantasy anime fan today. Breaking into our top 5 at number 5, Suiho Sureta, Tensei Jukishi wa Game Chishigi de Muso Suru. Stripped of his noble status for unlocking an allegedly defective combat class, a reincarnated gamer uses his intimate knowledge of the original game mechanics to dominate. Wielding a massive shield, he manipulates aggro and hidden skill trees to crush overpowered monsters, proving his heavily armored build is completely invincible. I absolutely love how this show treats its magic system like a competitive multiplayer game. Watching the protagonist exploit obscure glitches and maximize his stats is insanely satisfying for any gamer. The animation delivers incredibly weighty impacts, making every single shield bash feel tremendously powerful and visually stunning to watch every week. Making a legendary return at number 4, Magic Knight Rayearth. 3 ordinary middle school girls are abruptly magically transported from the Tokyo Tower directly into the crumbling mystical realm of Sephiroth. To save this dying magical world and return home, they must awaken majestic rune gods, mastering elemental magic while fighting devastatingly powerful villains in massive, mechanized combat suits. This stunning remake proves why classic 90s concepts remain completely timeless today. The modernized animation brilliantly captures the gorgeous shoujo aesthetic while injecting modern cinematic flair into the intense mecha battles. It hits all the nostalgic notes perfectly, while delivering a surprisingly dark storyline that commands your absolute undivided attention every second. Securing the bronze spot at number 3, Meikyu no Shiori. A deeply introverted high school girl suddenly finds herself physically trapped inside her own smartphone, exploring a massive, surreal digital labyrinth. While trying to survive against bizarre online monsters, she discovers an evil doppelganger has completely hijacked her physical life, attempting to replace humanity with absolute brain rot entirely. Shoji Kawamori brings an incredibly refreshing science fiction twist to the typically medieval genre. This original movie features wildly creative visuals from Sanzigen, blending stunning music with emotional character arcs flawlessly. The biting commentary on modern social media addiction elevates the narrative, cementing it as an absolute cinematic masterpiece for viewers today. Taking the runner-up spot at number 2, Gimi Jiju. A young man suddenly awakens inside the body of a recently deceased historian in a sprawling Victorian-era metropolis. He quickly discovers a hidden underground society involving terrifying eldritch horrors, dangerous magical potions, and truly bizarre mysteries, forcing him to assemble a secret organization to survive this steampunk reality. This highly anticipated donghua adaptation absolutely shatters every single expectation. The incredibly dense lore is handled brilliantly, maintaining the suffocating suspense of the original web novel. The stunning Victorian aesthetic looks incredible in motion, proving that Chinese animation studios are now delivering some of the most groundbreaking fantasy content available anywhere globally. And finally, reigning supreme at number 1, My Gift, level 99999 Unlimited Gacha. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon, I'm out for revenge. Betrayed by his own trusted companions and left to die inside a monstrous dungeon, Light suddenly awakens an incredibly overpowered gacha skill. Using this infinite summoning ability, he recruits an unstoppable army of fiercely loyal demon girls to ruthlessly hunt down everyone who previously wronged him without any mercy. Revenge stories are often incredibly edgy, but this executes the power fantasy trope flawlessly. The sheer catharsis of watching arrogant villains get completely demolished by overwhelmingly strong summons is pure entertainment. It leans heavily into its crazy premise, offering unapologetic hype, fantastic character designs, and highly gratifying moments of beautifully animated vengeance. The Isekai landscape is constantly shifting, and these 10 incredible shows prove the genre still holds massive untapped potential. Which surprising fantasy titles are currently dominating your personal watchlist this season? Share your absolute favorite hidden gems in the comment section below for a lively discussion.